with Rosa. We're here, media room, in real time. We're watching people kind of like hop in, hop out, had a conversations. But Miss Kysre Gondrezick has been. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you said.
Oh my God, I was so nervous about how to say her name, y'all.
It's okay.
Yes, and I was practicing before we came up because I'm like, I want to get it right for my girl.
Yeah.
But she, thank you so much for holding on.
Of course.
And waiting for us because y'all, they've been running in and out. But yes, BET Awards 2025. You're here. The awards are going down. Excitement. What is an exciting point around the award show for you right now?
Yeah, well, for me, this is new territory and a new atmosphere. So I'm excited to just be here and humbled to know that I was invited and hopefully bring my little Model S to the red carpet tomorrow.
Girl,
I'm super excited about that. But to be here and support everyone else and their talents, I'm really excited for it.
Are you working with Colin on the outfits?
That is my baby.
Let me tell y'all, Colin, who also styles Cardi B,
Yes.
Kelly Rowland, Victoria Monet.
Mm-hmm.
You and him are a match made in heaven.
I've been
Effortless.
colonized, I always say.
Yes, Colin Carter is amazing as a stylist. So I'm excited to see you. Do you know what you're wearing yet?
I do. I was on the phone with him earlier, and so to be continued.
Can we at least get like the name of a designer or color?
Sheer.
First of all, you and Sheer is crazy. Like, yes. Okay. All right. Well, I'll be on the carpet as well, too, doing like a whole fashion drip check. So you got to come back to me so that we can show them the outfit as well.
Absolutely.
Well, let's get on into some things. I know that you have a personal journey with mental health.
Yes.
Which is something that I feel like a lot of people, I've never heard the conversation when it comes to you about. Talk to us a bit about your personal journey and some of the things that you've done because of that personal journey.
Yeah, I think the turning point for me highlighting mental health is when I was at the peak of my career at such a young age, getting drafted top 5 and choosing to take a step back from the game to work on me and find out who I am outside of the double lifestyle of seeing myself on billboards and seeing myself in the mirror.
Yes.
And at that time, especially because I had just lost my father during the middle of the season right before I got drafted. So taking the time to really just grieve, learning what grief was, and also losing a version of myself I had to grieve over as well. I think mental health is important for every, athlete, public figure, for every individual, because how can you be able to flourish if you don't truly know who you are?
Yeah, you said that, you had like a point where you had to say, hey, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I need to think about me right now, right? Were there multiple different, you talk about a couple different things, but I guess I'm wondering, because those things happen, right? You have, and I'm sorry for your loss with your dad, but you have these things that happen and you're still pushing through.
Yes.
What was that final, like, I can't push through no more?
God sat me down so he can introduce himself to me. How could I tell him no?
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and then now, doing the work that you do in the mental health space and just taking the time for yourself, what have you learned about yourself now that you had no idea before taking the time?
That it's okay to like who I am, and I don't need to like the version that people want to see all the time. If anything, I can unapologetically and authentically become like myself and show up as myself, and I think that my rebrand and my fan base that has followed me throughout my career noticed that this past season when I played in the W, and just seeing how I showed up and seeing that God's light is reflected no matter where I enter.
I love that. Do you ever, because I think when you're in the midst of all of the things and things are going so well, you'll hear people say, like, when you do take time to do what you did, people look at it as you're complaining. Yeah. Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
How have you dealt with that and being able to communicate even to people close to you, like family members that like, hey, I wasn't okay?
Just, trusting the relationship that I built, with my creator, and knowing that the moment that I saw myself through his lens, it stopped seeing myself through the way my mom probably, expected to raise me to be, family, friends, peers, co-workers. Yes. And hopefully my journey has inspired others to do the same.
When you stepped away from the WNBA in 2021, were you scared?
I was so afraid because I was such on like high demand of what people would say and what rumors would come with that. So I just decided to set social media down for about 7 months, get me right, and pop back up on the scene when I was ready. Yes. And I stand by that as I move forward in every decision.
What was your biggest, what were you scared of the most? Is it
being being judged in a sense, I guess. You know, when you're kind of on top of the world, you know, the people on the outside look at you like, what is your problem? What do you have to complain about?
Yes.
And they don't know the process and the journey is actually where life happens. And I think sometimes we can get so fixated on the destination that it messes up who we become in the process.
Oh, you've been doing the work, girl. You got the one-liners. Okay, let me tell you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. So now you're here, right? You've been able to, take the time with yourself, and we're seeing you, like, pop out. Like, gorgeous everywhere that we see you. We see you dating publicly.
Yes.
All of that comes with a lot of scrutiny, though, and it opens up a whole nother can of worms.
It does.
Why date publicly?
So, I got caught.
I got caught. It's crazy.
To be transparent. But no, it was... I attract what I attract, and you have to understand what comes with that, and most importantly, building a friendship with someone so that you don't lose the value and the foundation of the world's perspective.
Yes.
Because it only takes two to tango. But right now, I'm not dancing with anybody.
So you're single right now?
I am very single.
I do remember seeing an article about you guys calling it quits, you and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
But there was no real, it just happened. Like, we didn't know why.
I'm a firm believer. Although I'm a public figure, I don't believe in sharing my personal business in terms of when I enter new chapters, when I close ones.
Yes.
And if you follow me, you get to see that and, enjoy it without questioning it.
Yes.
It's my life. But I don't have any bad relationships with anyone that I've interacted with. It's been nothing, but the best with anyone that I've, come into relationship with.
Yes.
But right now I'm in a little bit more in love with myself than I've ever been.
Are you going to just take the time for yourself right now, or will you be dating, or are you dating anyone new? Wait, let me ask you one question at a time, because you say yes to all of them. Are you dating someone new right now?
I have a friend.
Oh,
I have a friend. But other than that, I'm exploring. For the first time in my life, I want to figure out what I like and what I don't like, and not interpret being submissive with settling.
Yes. Ooh.
So.
Yes. Will you do it the same way?
Absolutely
this time?
not. Absolutely not. I mean, I'm a firm believer. If you want different results, you have to put forward different, actions.
Yes.
And so I'm letting it pan out for me. But one thing I do know is that I am protected, and that God will place someone in my life that loves me the same way that He does.
Well, let's talk a bit about, because one of the things, because I think, we were seeing you with Jaylen, and you told us that that's done, and you got your friend right now, and y'all are in the background. But I think people see you so much on social media because you're modeling a lot more now.
I am.
So it's hard to not try to figure out what's happening all over there.
Yeah.
But in the modeling and deciding to do that, what was the inspiration for that? Is it just something you've always been doing, or
once when I start cleaning my look up from the inside out, I feel like people start categorizing me and putting me in that lens that are professionals in those areas. And obviously my tunnel walks into the arenas.
Girl.
So it's cool to see me in a different light as well, but
Yes.
I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and I am enjoying it. I really am. I feel like God is carving me out for longevity right now as well. I'm being paired and connected with all the right people. I'm in acting classes, and so knowing that basketball has allowed for me to branch and be in these spaces and be a mechanism, I'm very grateful, but it's been a lot of hard work, and
Yes.
I feel like my work is just getting started all over again in these other fields as well.
You and Angel Reese are really close.
Yeah, she was like a little sister to me in Chicago, and found a lot of similarities in each other, and I pull for her in every aspect. I think she embodies Black, beautiful, strong, and what she's doing for women's basketball, I think, is just something that all women should embrace as well.
I was going to ask you about that, what the things that we're seeing happen and the conversations around women's basketball because of Angel Reese, and a lot of you as well. Does it feel like there is the progression?
Yes.
From the inside?
I would say so. It's just there's a lot of, work that needs to be done in order to recover from a business standpoint. But I think the fan base and the social aspect of women's basketball has definitely increased, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
And right now, the brands that you're choosing to work with, we saw Angel Reese do the Reese's Pieces, and we see you modeling with a bunch of different brands. And the brands that you choose to work with, how important is it for you that they help push that conversation? That's something you put on the table,
yes.
you need to do A, B, C, and D.
Well, it's tricky for me in a sense as well because now I am a high fashion model. So as I'm, working with other brands from an aesthetic standpoint, it is important for me to work with them where my story can be told, and that I'm not just used from an aesthetic standpoint.
Yes.
And to be able to mirror my journey as well, because I don't want to define myself as one-dimensional. I think women can be whatever the hell they want to be. And that's what I'm choosing to do right now.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Thank you.
I love it for you. I feel like you're in a really complete place. That's what it feels like anyway.
I am. The most humbling compliment that I received within the past years, I went on a date, and the guy I went to go order, and I was like, can I get a glass of Pinot Grigio and just this? And he was staring at me, and I said, what? He said, you're so seasoned. And that word, I was like, okay, I made it. I'm in this new dimension in my life, and it feels good. So
that's so crazy after all of that, in the WNBA accolades and the Olympic stuff.
Yeah.
The I made it feeling comes from you being complete in your journey of your personal life.
Yeah. I can truly say, I'm 27. I turn 28 next month. I bought a home. I have my cars. Have amazing credit. I feel like when I get to my 30s, I get to live an entirely different, complete life, but already set up for it, where I don't have to stress. And so I'm glad that my work has been able to put me in this position to be able to attract higher vibrations as I move forward.
I love that for you. 27 is young, girl.
It is young.
Like, you are very,
I have no idea
balanced.
who I be trying to compare myself to, but it's just a greater version of myself, I guess.
Yes, you are very balanced for 27. I will tell you that, 'cause 27 is freaking young, but you've done a lot.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, we have the Sportswoman of the Year.
Okay.
I'm trying to bring it up. Here we go. The Sportswoman of the Year category this year for the 2025 BET Awards. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to take a look at the category, but I want to show it to you. We have Asia Wilson.
So many good ones.
Angel Reese, Clarissa Shields, Coco Gauff, Dawn Staley, Flo J. Johnson, Juju Watkins, Sha'Carri Richardson, Simone Biles.
Yes.
Can you even pick a Sportswoman of the Year?
I think all of them are well-deserving, but I will say I think Coco stands out. She's having an amazing run right now, and she deserves all the glory, as all of these women do. Yeah, that's an amazing list.
Girl, heck of a list, right?
I'm excited to see who wins.
I'm excited. Are you going to the show, too?
I am.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, because you're walking the carpet in your sheer.
Yes.
And we're going to be looking out for it.
Yes, I will personally come to you tomorrow.
Make sure you do.
I will.
Y'all heard that. We're going to have a follow-up on what the outfit is giving tomorrow, okay?
Yes. It is going to give.
Oh, always. Oh, Colin is down, baby. Yes. And you are great news for him.
Yes.
Y'all are a dynamic duo. Well, thank you for joining us. And y'all, make sure you guys tune in to the BET Awards Monday, June 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be talking Sportswoman of the Year on the stage. We'll get to see who wins. Maybe it is Coco Gauff. Who knows? But we'll be tuned in. We'll actually be there, but you guys will be tuned in, and we'll be talking about it here on the show as well, too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, it was great chit-chatting.
Yes.
And whenever you're ready to, whatever you're ready to do, whatever news,
see,
you know who to call.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.